Hello, sunshine. I see you sitting over there with your straight posture and fluffy slippers on. We're going to speak about eHEX today. We're also going to do an urgent update on Alex the eHEX whale. But don't worry, there's nothing you can do right now. We're just going to go through some details. Let's focus on the positives. We have eHEX recovering the corrupt SEC damage. Now, eHEX was obliterated before the corrupt SEC. But you know what? We're not going to tell the SEC that. We're going to say you caused everything. Why? It's better for branding, it's better for marketing, and it gets everybody on page together. Put it in the past. We have green candles here appearing. But are they going to stay here for long? We're going to find out. eHEX recovering the damage. That's exactly what we want to see. That's a good thumbs up first step. HEX is just the start. You got eHEX, you get your pHEX, same thing. Who cares? We still have PulseX ahead of us. They have to show us what they can do. I want to remind you as well, friends, this whole eHEX pHEX thing, we have to just settle it, all right? Just put it in the past. There are too many people coming in who don't care. Do you understand? They just don't care. They don't look at this ratio up and down. They don't care about the battles and stuff. They don't give a damn, man. They're here. You know why they're here. They want to see growth. Now, personally, I'm just going to tell you quickly, I still wouldn't go all in on one. I don't like the thought of that ever. I've told you so many times, just get everything, okay? Maybe you can play with a little bit of the rates. Maybe put 2/3 pHEX, 1/3 eHEX, maybe even 3/4 pHEX. Do what you want. I'm just telling you that just please, when you're playing around this game, don't go all in on one. You're going to feel very silly. Think about Bitcoin maxis missing out on the altcoin moves and growth in the next 18 months, all because they're Bitcoin maxis, okay? It can happen to you anywhere. So eHEX recovering the price has been a very good push in the right direction, okay? But what about Alex the eHEX whale? Now, recently, you like, subscribe, belly button, or I made a video which is about eHEXy. Breaking! eHEX whale buys 400 million HEX and is bullish AF. Now, I went through and I watched the video again. So the first thing I did was just report it. I went through, listened to the words. But now that I've had some time to go through the interview, something is a bit concerning. Now, it's not concerning in a bad way because maybe our expectation was higher. But you've just got to be aware of something, okay? So let's put the pieces of the puzzle together. So Alex has bought 400 million HEX. eHEX, by the way, and he accumulated it by buying the lows for many months. So this dude, he didn't come in and he said, well, you know, golly gee, guys, I'm just going to bloody click in one buy. He didn't do that. He started accumulating for a long time, many months. This is the daily chart right now. So he accumulated, this whole thing has been accumulating actually for quite some time now. And I made this long thread. I went through all the information and I could share with you, you know, so we have, it's verified. He's got $3.7 million. He's accumulated a lot. He bought $100,000 on stream, just to confirm to you. He actually made this candle go up. He just clicked it like not even thinking about it. This is the picture I wanted to show you. This is all his buys, okay? So this is somebody who's getting buy, okay? All the green candle, all the little bubbles here, just him accumulating. So this is just something to think about, all right? Now, he put $3.7 million in. He bought 100K of HEX on the stream, but then he sold it. So he sold it, and then this selling pinged people on chain. They're like, oh, you're selling already. But you just got to chill out, man. So we have the data and information here, okay? So there is a bit of movement around, and honestly, friends, it's not that much. He moved, this is 13 million HEX, but he has 400 million. You know what I mean? The percentage is tiny. It's nothing. So this is a couple of selling. So he got back 98,600. It's funny. Let's pump the music for this guy, by the way. This guy bought 100K. And he's like, yeah, but I need that 100K, so I'm just going to sell it back. He gets back 98,600. It just doesn't care. He's just paying $1,400 in slippage. It's funny. Can you imagine $1,400 for a stream? It was a $1,400 stream. It literally cost him $1,400. Wow. All right, now, so the selling has pinged people on chain, but I'm just going to warn you now, okay? I believe you should take extreme caution, always. What do I tell you, friends? Yes, there's friendship, there's kindness. We're eating yogurt together, but it's a game, okay? It's a game. It's a game. I don't know if you ever played fighting games, Street Fighter, or other games. You can fake out one way. You make the other guy think you're going one way and then you do the other move. They do it in football, in soccer. Everything's got a fake out move. It's the same thing here. We're trying to trick. Deception. I'm not saying it's deception. I'm just saying I'm here to train you just in case this is. It's good to be wary. All right. Don't buy just because a big guy did it. There's also staking to save you if you are in. Okay, so I'm not saying to sell. I'm not just warning you. Please, I know what everyone does. You just keep doing this, man. Just please listen to me. So many times someone says to me, "Hey, man, I got $4,000. What do I buy?" I go, "Well, look, if you want to get exposure to Richard Heart ecosystem, you put a third Pulse, a third PulseX, and then a third splitter into eHEX and pHEX." They go, "Okay." Then their next question. Which one's going to go the highest out of all of them? And I'm like, Habib, listen to me. No one knows. You get all of them in case the ratio blows out. They go, all right. And they go, how much would that be each one? I go, what's $1,000 each one? And they're like, okay, sweet. 5 minutes later. But if I went all in on one of them and they went heaps, I could make a 30x on $4,000. I'm like, no, but they're all going to move together, man. It's liquidity bonded. Friends, I had this conversation so many times. You're saving yourself from this disgusting ratio movement from the weak hands. You see this? Imagine all the people that bought pHEX down here. Aren't they feeling silly? Look at this. If you were buying pHEX down there, you are minus 35% worse off, for example, because eHEX went 35% higher. Now, this is just a small move in the grand scheme of things, but you need to protect yourself in the future. That's how you protect yourself, by doing these types of approaches out here. Now, also with eHEX Alex, not only do we have staking at least to save you and just pass time, you could liquidity provide, right? But he's not going to be on PulseChain, or I don't think he's going to bridge in to dump, but he should be. It's just, these guys are weird. They're just, how did you get this much money? You don't bridge in, you don't do this, but it's just so strange that these people they don't care. But look, it's actually not strange. I know the answer. The answer is they're too rich to care. You understand? They don't care, right? Friends, it's literally just like us. I posted one of my screenshots. I posted a guy who turned $2.40 into $400, and someone replied like, basically it's peanut money. I was like, wow. So see what I mean? Like, as your dollar amount gets higher, you don't care about people trying so hard to make it in the game. You just don't relate to them anymore. So this guy just got so many millions of dollars, he just can't relate. It's like, bridging in. Why would I want to do that? Is you could tell him, oh, you save like 3% on your sells each time. It's like 3%. I don't care about that, right? So that's what's going through their mind. But also, this is where it gets important. He went on stream to tell us he's bullish on eHEX breaking the all-time high. Now, I'll be honest, as soon as I heard this, I was like, oh yeah, so you're going to sell at 10 cents. Okay. I promise you. That was the first thing I thought. The first thing that went through my mind as soon as I heard that, okay, he's probably going to sell at 10 cents. Why? Because who's going to be buying at 10 cents? That's right. The people who think a 50-cent break is coming. That's the only way you get to buy them, okay? Now, I'm not saying he's doing that. Just, it is what it is, right? But it's fascinating, okay? Now, it's a game. Don't forget it's a game. Also, he has friends. He says, yeah, getting my friends in. And here's the thing, okay? Getting my friends in sounded a bit sus. I'm just thinking, if your friends were going to buy, I really doubt you would broadcast to the world first. Just think about that. How big are your friends? Look, it is also possible. There's a few explanations possible. So he could have inherited a lot of money. Listen, you don't know, man. Maybe his dad's worth $300 million. Maybe his grandparents passed away or his parents passed away, right? And he's got like $100 million or like $60 million to blow. And he just got in crypto and he just wants to put in 3 to 5. And guess what? The guy doesn't know anything about diversification or risk management, so he doesn't even think about that. Well, he probably knows about risk management, but you know what I mean? He's just like, okay, I'll just like eHEX. That could also be very possible too. So, and it's also possible he made money in another industry, so he's not used to financing crypto. So there's people, that's why in crypto we forget, like, dude, guys, we are the small dot. There's a big world out there of people in stocks, in people in mining industry, health industry, tech industry, a lot of other things out there. We're tiny. Remember, crypto's only 1 trillion and stocks are 120 trillion. There is literally 120 times more whales out there compared to crypto land. Isn't that huge? There's 120 eHEX Alexes out there in other ecosystems for stocks. So just to remind you though, knowing all these, don't throw everything out in just eHEX. Of course not. I would still stick to the guns. Third Pulse, PulseX, pHEX, eHEX. You treat it as one. It's one ecosystem. It is what it is. And it is everybody with the same underlying themes and tones. But there is something to help mitigate the risk over time too. PulseX limit order updates. So I believe this would make it much easier for people to exit. Of course, you could do it right now. You use a Uniswap V3 LP, but I don't think they want to do that, man. It's just these people don't care, man. They just don't care, friends. I know you love crypto and so do I. We're here 24/7, but they don't give a damn, man. They're going around. They're eating jelly beans on a boat. They're walking around. They're worried about, should I wear a white shirt or a blue shirt tonight? Like, who cares? We don't care. I'm in fluffy slippers literally right now. You're going to hear him tapping on the tile floor. We don't care what color the shirt is. We can't even afford shirts. We're thinking about the green candles. When PulseX limit order updates come, and I know you like coming, friends. Yes, family-friendly show. That's what she said. Okay, so you'll be able to trade and we just want to see like a bit of a better interface because this is like 2021 stuff now. We're not in 2023. I want to see PulseX with limit orders so that these people can actually see their order on the screen and they don't have to go anywhere because, man, they're lazy, friends. These people don't give a damn. They just got too much money. They move the prices so much. They don't care. And if this was able to happen, then these people could actually just leave their orders there. Now, because we're so new, what's the next evolution? The next evolution is this. They will spoof orders in one way to get people to buy, but then they'll start market selling. But we're not there yet. That's going to be on centralized exchanges. So, for example, eHEX Alex, for example, might put, let's say eHEX goes to 10 cents. He'll put a bid for like $20 million at 9 cents. So people start buying up 11, 12, 13 cents. But he is sitting on the offer, slowly just hitting out. Okay, but obviously, it'd be very dangerous to spoof in this ecosystem. Very dangerous. Because BankX will clip you in one go. This is Habibi BankX. So I could show it to you right now. You could look. This would be a big move, friends. It'll be funny if this happens. So if you want to go up, if we go up, let's actually go up here. Let's have like a 15 cents. Even if you want to leave a big limit order to spoof, let's say someone left like $5 million here, okay? BankX every day, they're like, hey man, we can literally in one click, we can swipe this guy right now. Or we can just take out all our money and we can just swipe him and he can get clipped. And then what could happen is, I've seen this happen in markets many times, right? Somebody tries a big spoof, they get hit, and then now he's long. Now he's like, oh crap, I didn't want to own all this HEX extra up here. Damn, I better start getting out. And then they start making it go down the other way. So these types of games, we haven't seen them happen yet. They are the next evolution. So I'm already talking to you like 2 steps ahead of what's going to be occurring. So at least now you know. This is the important information out here. Don't buy just because the big whales are getting in because they're already in. But, you know, look, there are still positives. He chose eHEX. He sees, look, I know it's going to sound weird, but he chose this community out of the rest. You know, he could have chosen another one, friends. He could have bought Matic. He could have bought other garbage, you know what I mean? He sees that there's some potential here. Now, you might say, hey, potential to dump on us and make money. Yes, very true. There is potential to make money, of course, but you still want this. I know this is controversial. You want someone like him to absorb everything. Why? Let me tell you why. Because he might be surprised by the 180 content creators. He might be surprised by Richard Hart returning. He might be surprised by PulseChain, PulseX, the marketing, the campaigning. He might be surprised at Blockchain Boy. You remember Blockchain Boy? Okay, he's the new campaign boss for PulseChain. So eHEX Alex, he might see this dude come out and be like, you know what? I don't like the way you talk about my bags. You know, this is what happens. And instead of, maybe eHEX Alex, when he was getting in, Maybe he was initially saying, hey, I'm going to sell this for a 3x. I'm literally just going to get out at freaking 3 cents. See you later. I'm going to take my 3.5 million, turn it into 10. We're done. But maybe after seeing all this, he's impressed. And he's like, hey, man, you know what? I was initially going to dump all 400 million. Now I only want to dump 200 million. I'm going to let the rest ride. And trust me, friends, this is actually what happens, okay? That's why I tell you, there is nothing better or more powerful or more relevant than Bitcoin green candles. Do you understand that? Bitcoin green candles. And that's why it's actually really important when the crowd comes and unites together and everybody's super bullish and positive together, and we maximize the megaphone effect when the candles are going up. Everyone's mind changes. Because trust me, you think that every single person, what do they tell us? I'm going to buy low and I'm going to dump on you and sell high. Every single person knows the game. Well, how come there are millions of people buying tops, millions of people selling bottoms for unimaginable lows and unimaginable highs? How come? It's because people go off their emotion. Don't forget, this guy has emotions too. eHEX Alex has emotions too. We're all human. There are also some rational explanations. These are just guesses. I'm usually right about some of these, by the way, sometimes. So look at this. If someone sounds sketch, so Mr. Dolomite says that guy sounded a bit, sketchy, scratchy. But look at this, friend. It's his first time on a stream. It's very hard. How you type on the internet and how you convey messages communicating, streams and videos, different world completely. But there are some explanations. Number one, it could be rich inheritance money. You don't know. Maybe his family gave him 10 million. And maybe he's already got a lot of property. He's like, you know what? I'm going to get into crypto. Remember, he got in 2020. He's only seen 2021 go up and down, all right? But he doesn't know. Look, just Alex, if you're watching, just letting you know, okay? In the previous bear market, when we went 84%, altcoins went minus 99.9%. It just so happens that we are in a new era where Bitcoin's mature enough, Ethereum's mature enough that altcoins have now continued a cycle. So I guess congratulations to all of us who made it, okay? That's something to think about. Two, it could be new to investing and finance. Friends, do you know how many times I'll get a message from someone and they'll say, hey man, I'm a bit of a pickle. I did a leverage trade. Okay, how much are you down? 180 grand. Okay, that's a bit much for a first leverage trade. Okay, what do you do for work? I'm a cardiologist, or I'm a doctor, I'm a heart surgeon, or I'm in the medical industry. I'm like, bro, you guys get paid way too much for your... But what are you doing, okay? You get paid by society to fix humans. Don't funnel it into freaking leverage trading casinos. But I understand it's because it's the confidence and the ego and the pride. So many times, it's just so common. So common, okay, in the health industry. So you got to be careful. People just come in, they're just desensitized. They really don't understand how everything can go wrong. Just like imagine giving, I don't know, like just one of the crypto degens, leverage traders. Imagine giving them a scalpel and saying, okay, you got to cut this little vein here and you got to stitch this together. Like, no chance. No chance. It's over. The patient's gone. Order the coffin already. All right. So these are the things we've got to consider. It could be from the health industry, mining, tech industry, right? Like real tech, not DJing crypto JPEG tech, okay? And it could be just number three. It could just be a shark. Just like, I'm literally just going to dump it and I'm done. But it would be great if he bridged in. Why? Because if he bridged in, he has better liquidity, and the dumping of the fees creates more volume, more activity, more trading, more PulseX gets bought and burnt, and the LPers who believe in the system get the yield from the fees, okay? But, or it could be a combination of all three. I know we have a hyper focus on eHEX Alex, but just friends, let me tell you something. I've spoken to all of you, you dirty little dogs. Not a single one of you refrained from saying this. Yeah, I'm going to dump on everybody at the top of the next bull market. Every single one has said that. All of you. You've all said, I'm dumping on everyone on the next top bull market. Guess what? Every single one of you has said, you're going to dump at the top of bull market, all right? But I'm looking at this Bitcoin chart. I'm like, you know what? I bet they all said the same thing too. I'm looking at Ethereum. They all said the same thing too. Every single freaking crypto says everyone's the same thing. That's why I know everyone's full of poop. I know something unexpected that we can't read is going to appear in 2024 and maybe early 2025. And it's either going to make everyone FOMO buy or FOMO sell or both. Something's going to appear. And people are going to say, this time is different. This was not programmed in the cycle. We're doing something different. But you just go back, you put it on a monthly chart. You go, wait a minute, we're actually exactly where we should be. So you know exactly what time it is, friends. There are a lot of positives from this story, but please don't follow big whales into anything. And guess what? There's actually a big whale in every single coin you hold that can send it straight to zero. Pulse, PulseX, and yes, pHEX. Do I need to remind you that all the weak hands in eHEX, now they just have pHEX? Think about that. The people who sold eHEX, now they just have pHEX. They have already demonstrated to you that they are weak. They're weak hands. They've sold something going down. What, you think they won't do it on the way up when pHEX revolves around? Of course they are. They've already demonstrated to you that they will sell a year before the Bitcoin halving. They will sell in a red candle year. They've sold in 2022. They've already demonstrated that to you. So use that as evidence, as potential probabilities that, yeah, the future is probably not going to play out like we think it is. But if we take a long enough time frame, it will. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. I love every single one of you. Catch you soon.